While the rest of the world is still stuck arguing over charging cables, traffic solutions, and outdated infrastructure, China has already taken the next leap. Silent vehicles without drivers, personal aircraft launching from rooftop pads, and machines that think before humans even blink. This isn't the future, it's already here. These 20 transport inventions from China aren't just cool, they're borderline surreal. Some fly, others float, and a few defy gravity altogether. Whether you're an engineer, a car lover, or just a curious traveler, what you're about to witness will challenge everything you thought you knew about mobility, because in China, transport doesn't evolve, it transcends. Number 20, hydrogen fuel cell fleet. While most countries still debate the merits of battery EVs, China has already shifted its eyes to hydrogen, developing a fleet of fuel cell vehicles that emit nothing but water vapor. Over 10,000 hydrogen-powered buses, trucks, and commercial vehicles are expected to hit the streets by 2025, backed by a multi-billion yuan investment in infrastructure, fuel stations, and public-private tech initiatives. These machines aren't just clean, they're fast, quiet, and built to perform in extreme weather where lithium batteries suffer. With refueling times under 5 minutes and driving ranges of over 500 kilometers, they beat traditional EVs in both efficiency and practicality. These vehicles use cutting-edge membrane technology and onboard cooling systems to optimize energy output without overheating. The interior experience is pure elegance, with touchscreens, autoclimate, and real-time diagnostics displayed through holographic HUDs. What's most shocking? They're cheaper to operate than diesel equivalents in the long run, especially in logistics. Several Chinese provinces have already started integrating them into city bus lines and industrial zones. They even have AI-driven fleet management to direct vehicle movement in high-traffic regions for max impact. And in colder climates like Heilongjiang, hydrogen trucks are outperforming their battery competitors by wide margins. The hydrogen revolution isn't hypothetical in China. It's tactical, widespread, and ruthlessly efficient. These machines aren't symbolic, they're strategic weapons in China's energy transition. While others talk about green revolutions, China just drove one silently down the street. No smoke, no noise, just water and raw ambition. Number 19, electric unicycles. Forget e-scooters and forget hoverboards. The streets of Beijing and Chengdu are already dominated by something even more radical, the electric unicycle. One wheel, self-balancing, gyroscope-stabilized, and capable of hitting speeds up to 80 kilometers per hour. These personal mobility machines feel like the future of urban commuting collapsed into a minimalist sci-fi toy. But don't let the size fool you. High-end models can go over 100 kilometers on a single charge and climb inclines up to 30 degrees with ease. Riders stand tall, steering with subtle body shifts, while intelligent systems keep everything steady, even over curbs, gravel, and stairs. LED lights wrap the frame, reacting to turns and motion, giving the rider a visual aura like something out of a cyberpunk film. These unicycles fold into backpacks, charge via USB-C, and connect to your phone for performance tracking and security. The cultural appeal is exploding, especially among Gen Z influencers who treat them as status symbols of tech futurism. With import bans on foreign alternatives, China's domestic brands are thriving, releasing yearly upgrades with new features like regenerative braking and voice-activated control. Pricing varies from $500 entry models to elite $3,000 units used by security forces and rapid delivery agents. City officials have begun pilot programs for micro-mobility highways exclusively for these devices. And yes, they're legal to use in many urban centers under new regulations encouraging sustainable solo transit. The best part, they're redefining movement in tight, congested spaces, giving people wings in places where even bikes can't fit. China's electric unicycle boom isn't a gimmick, it's a full-fledged movement on one wheel. Number 18. Xpeng P7 Plus. The Xpeng P7 Plus doesn't just drive, it listens, learns, and adapts like something out of a sci-fi romance between man and machine. Its twin electric motors deliver over 500 horsepower and a 0 to 100 kilometers per hour sprint in just under 4.3 seconds, all while gliding in whisper-quiet elegance through China's busiest cities. But this EV doesn't stop at power. Inside, the vehicle feels more like a digital sanctuary than a cockpit, with 4K panoramic displays, ambient smart lighting, and an AI assistant that studies your behavior, adjusting your seat, music, and even your route based on emotional state recognition. With over-the-air updates, the P7 evolves while you sleep, learning new traffic patterns and self-driving maneuvers overnight. Its range, over 700 kilometers per charge, with China's latest ultra-fast charging stations juicing it to 80% in less than 30 minutes. The exterior design fuses aerodynamic efficiency with cinematic grace, flush door handles, laser-cut curves, and a face that looks like it was sculpted by light itself. What truly makes it wild is its Level 3 autonomy, which lets you disengage entirely during highway drives, letting the car make real-time decisions. Xpeng's proprietary operating system is years ahead of global counterparts, seamlessly syncing with China's smart city infrastructure. With a price starting at $46,000, it massively undercuts Tesla while offering equal or better performance in every category. Add to that facial recognition ignition, emotion adaptive HVAC systems, and surround sound silence cabins, and you've got a masterpiece of mobility. If tomorrow had a vehicle, this would be it. Number 17, BYD God's Eye System. In a world where most cars still rely on sensors and cameras, BYD's newest release doesn't just see, it predicts. The God's Eye System is a complete 360-degree environmental scanner that mimics the alertness of a bird of prey, layered with LiDAR, radar, sonar, and AI neural networks that map the world in real time. Mounted on their flagship luxury EV line, this system allows for Level 4 autonomous navigation in dense traffic, narrow alleyways, and even inclement weather with almost eerie precision. The car can see people hiding behind other vehicles, recognize hand gestures from pedestrians, and predict whether a cyclist will turn based on shoulder movement. It's not just about detecting obstacles, it anticipates behavior. Paired with a smart cockpit filled with high-resolution OLED dashboards and natural language voice command, the vehicle becomes a co-pilot you trust more than your instincts. What makes this technology chilling is how quietly it works. No beeps, no haptic alerts, just invisible safety. Under the hood, a dual-motor system launches the vehicle forward with jet-like responsiveness, while real-time adjustments keep it perfectly aligned in lanes even during hard braking or swerves. The vehicle's interior feels more like the control deck of a spaceship, and with OTA updates, the God's Eye gets smarter by the week. BYD is rolling this tech out across city fleets, autonomous taxis, and military-grade supply vehicles. Some say it's overkill, but others say it's the future of trustless transport, a machine that never blinks. Number 16, Apollo Go RT6. RoboTaxi. No steering wheel, no pedals, no driver. The Apollo Go RT6 rolls up like something out of a dream and quietly opens its door to the future. This Level 4 autonomous vehicle by Baidu is already roaming the streets of Beijing, Wuhan, and Chongqing with zero human input. Unlike retrofitted models, the RT6 was built from the ground up for full autonomy. Its boxy, minimalistic body conceals an insanely complex AI driving core that reacts faster than any human. Inside, you're greeted by ambient LED panels, voice-activated infotainment, foldable tables, and reclining seats that make it feel more like a lounge than a cab. What's wild is that the production cost of the RT6 is lower than a Xiaomi smartphone because Baidu isn't trying to sell a car, it's selling a scalable transport system. The vehicle can operate continuously with precision, receiving updates through 5G city grids, rerouting itself mid-journey based on real-time road conditions. There's no human override, no steering wheel to grab. You're not the driver, you're the guest. With over 100,000 autonomous rides already logged, the RT6 is less an experiment and more a public utility. It redefines what ride-hailing means in cities built for smart mobility. And perhaps most chilling, people aren't afraid anymore. They trust it. This car doesn't just drive itself. It drives confidence into the concept of a world without human drivers. It's not flashy, not loud. It just shows up, opens its door, and takes you into tomorrow. Number 15. Skyrider X1 flying bike. Picture this, a traffic jam stretching endlessly ahead. Now picture a motorcycle rider pressing a button and lifting straight into the sky. The Skyrider X1 is China's boldest take on dual-mode mobility, a fully electric motorbike that transforms into a quadrotor aircraft capable of vertical takeoff and landing. On the ground, it handles like a sport bike, agile and aggressive with torque-packed acceleration and precision steering, but once airborne, it becomes a stable personal aircraft with GPS autopilot, altitude control, and gyro-stabilized rotors keeping the ride eerily smooth. The rider controls flight with a joystick and flight paths are auto-optimized based on air traffic and weather. Emergency parachute systems and LiDAR collision avoidance come standard. Its design is compact, sleek black composite panels, retractable rotor arms, and neon underglow lighting make it look like something Batman would commute in. Its initial prototype was so successful that urban pilot zones have already been established in Guangdong. The X1 charges in under 90 minutes and can fly up to 25 kilometers on a single lift. It's already being pitched to emergency response teams and high-security executives as an escape and rapid deployment tool. This isn't science fiction anymore, it's science in action. China's flying bike doesn't roar, it rises, and the first time you see one hovering above a skyscraper during rush hour, your understanding of traffic will never be the same again. Number 14. CHYH-1000 Autonomous Freight Drone. Massive, silent, unmanned. The CHYH-1000 isn't a drone, it's an airborne freight juggernaut. Built to carry over a ton of cargo across hundreds of kilometers, this electric aircraft completed its first solo mission above mountainous terrain with no pilot, no human eye, and no errors. With wings crafted from composite carbon fiber and twin rear rotors that reduce drag while boosting lift, the CHYH-1000 operates entirely on AI logic. Satellite mapping, onboard radar, and obstacle detection combine to allow it to fly pre-planned routes or adapt in real time during storms, fires, or emergencies. This makes it perfect for relief missions, military resupply, and remote deliveries where even helicopters struggle. It's faster than trucks, safer than pilots, and cheaper than manned planes. Its battery system can last nearly 400 kilometers on one charge, and automated docking stations handle loading and unloading. China plans to release an entire fleet of these for national logistics in the next 3 years. If that sounds like overkill, just know one CHYH-1000 can do the work of 5 traditional vehicles with less than half the emissions. It flies alone, lands with precision, lifts off with elegance. You'll never see it unless you're looking up, and even then it won't make a sound. Number 13. Comac C949 Supersonic Jet. It's been decades since the Concorde broke the sound barrier, and now China is set to do it again, faster, smarter, and quieter. The Comac C949 is a next-gen supersonic jet projected to cruise at Mach 1.6 and connect New York to Shanghai in under 5 hours. Its engines are hybrid rocket turbine systems capable of shifting from subsonic efficiency to supersonic power with a single onboard algorithm. Every inch of the aircraft's body is designed for purpose. Heat-resistant composites reduce skin friction, while variable geometry wings adjust dynamically during flight. The cabin won't rattle. It will shimmer with intelligent lighting, sound-dampening panels, and zero-G recline seats that make turbulence a myth. Passengers will fly above the clouds and above the competition. But here's what's truly elite. This aircraft uses biofuel compatibility, and China is planning eco-routes that minimize sonic boom effects over land. The price? Astronomical. The purpose? Unmatched. This isn't just a jet. It's a weaponized redefinition of international travel. It will not just go fast. It will erase distance from the global economy. Number 12, NIO-ET9, Active Suspension Luxury EV. Step into a vehicle that reads the road before your eyes even register the bump. The NIO-ET9 is China's answer to high-luxury electric sedans, boasting an active hydraulic suspension that adapts in real time to terrain, tilt, and vibration. On highways, it floats like silk. On pothole-ridden alleys, it feels like glass. Powered by dual motors and offering a sub-4-second 0 to 60, the ET9 is both a beast and a butler. ferocious yet refined. Inside, you'll find twin 4K wraparound displays, voice-controlled panoramic sunroof, and massage-enabled seats that contour to spinal biometrics. What's shocking is how quiet it is. Even at 140 kilometers per hour, the cabin remains a zone of perfect acoustic harmony. A self-healing nanopaint exterior makes scratches vanish under heat. NEO has already stated this car is built not for competition, but domination. The AI driving system improves with every kilometer, mapping your preferences like a personal valet. If you thought electric cars were just battery packs with screens, the ET9 will prove they can also be rolling mansions. Number 11. Inceptio autonomous freight trucks. Imagine an 18-wheeler hundreds of miles from civilization cruising at highway speeds and there's no driver inside. That's not a beta test, that's Inceptio. With over 400 autonomous freight trucks already operating across China's major logistics routes, Inceptio has pulled ahead in the self-driving race in the only place that matters, the real world. These trucks use level 3 autonomy, handling lane changes, overtaking, braking, and even weather-based route adjustments without driver input. A human might still be in the seat, but the machine is in control. What makes it mind-blowing is the triple redundant safety system. Radar, LiDAR, and camera feeds all fused with cloud-based real-time traffic data. Each mile makes the AI smarter, adjusting fuel consumption, avoiding accidents, and managing fatigue. The cost savings are enormous, but the safety gains are even greater. Long-haul fatigue crashes are dropping and delivery times are hitting record lows. The trucks are whisper-quiet electric beasts powered by ultra-efficient motors and regenerative braking. They're not flashy, they're not loud, but they're changing the economy one route at a time. When a machine out-delivers a man, the world shifts quietly, and these wheels don't stop. Number 10. Xpeng Aero HD, the modular flying car. The Xpeng Aero HD looks like something Tony Stark might keep in his garage, until you realize it's already flying above Guangdong. This modular flying car is a street-legal electric vehicle that transforms into a vertical takeoff aircraft with the push of a button. The wings are hidden beneath the shell, unfolding upward like a dragon waking from sleep. On the ground, it drives like a premium EV, sleek, smart, and responsive. But when it launches, silence gives way to awe. Twin rotor modules extend, lock, and lift the car with vertical stability, transitioning into forward flight within seconds. The cabin is sealed, climate-controlled, and pressurized for low-altitude air corridors being piloted across urban China. The transition takes just 30 seconds, and emergency landing logic is built into every onboard computer. The car is fully electric, using modular battery packs that power both ground drive and airlift systems. And the most astonishing thing, it's designed for mass production, not sci-fi exhibitions. The first batch is already under government review for city-to-city travel in test zones. The sky isn't the limit, it's the next highway. Number 9. GAC Govier Flying Car. If Xpeng's flying car is modular, the GAC Govier is mythical. This prototype is pure vertical aviation wrapped in the body of a luxury coupe, capable of seamlessly transforming into a flight-ready machine. Built by Guangzhou Automobile Group, the Govier uses a quad-turbine lift system that activates through a mechanical elevation platform within the car's body. The car literally reshapes itself before your eyes, unfolding like an origami falcon. On land, it drives with buttery silence, supported by adaptive suspension and all-wheel steering. In the air, it soars with drone-like stability and a flight ceiling of up to 800 meters. It's built for short-range travel between business districts, mega malls, and rooftop helipads. The cockpit is straight from a spaceship, joystick-controlled with gesture-responsive screens and voice-operated navigation. Power comes from hybrid battery cells that recharge at vertical docking stations. Though it's still in the prototype phase, it has successfully completed manned urban test flights. Watching it lift off from a parking lot is like witnessing a hallucination and then realizing it's licensed, tested, and very, very real. Number 8. Raptor 3-wheel urban pod. It looks like a concept sketch from a sci-fi art book, but the Raptor is one of China's most innovative urban transport platforms. This three-wheeled electric pod is built for agility, speed, and spatial efficiency. With two wheels in front and one in the rear, it can tilt into turns like a motorcycle while remaining stable like a car. Its joystick-based controls replace the traditional steering wheel, giving the driver a fighter jet-like interface. It's fully electric with a 300-kilometer range and swappable battery units, allowing 24/7 use in shared fleet scenarios. The cabin is minimalistic but immersive. Touchscreen glass panels, gesture control, and dynamic seating that adapts to posture. Designed for city maneuverability, it can park in half the space of a standard car and turn in a radius smaller than most scooters. But what's even cooler, it's approved for autonomous use with Level 3 self-drive capabilities, making it a favorite for next-gen taxi fleets. The Raptor isn't a car, it's a leap in form, function, and futuristic aesthetic. It's where transport meets wearable technology. Number 7. High-speed maglev train, Shanghai. It doesn't have wheels, it doesn't touch the ground, and it travels at speeds over 600 kilometers per hour. China's high-speed maglev train is more spaceship than locomotive, operating between Shanghai Pudong Airport and downtown with such speed and smoothness it feels like levitating. The train hovers millimeters above the track using magnetic repulsion, eliminating friction and allowing acceleration that shames bullet trains. On board, the silence is surreal. No screeching, no vibration, just a faint hum as the scenery blurs past like melted paint. The maglev is operational, not experimental, and has already transported millions with an on-time record that defies belief. The cost? Massive. The payoff? Historic. It's not just fast, it's eco-friendly, emitting less carbon per passenger than any comparable mode of travel. It's also the basis for a proposed 1,000 kilometers per hour vacuum tube variant already under development. In China, public transport doesn't just evolve, it accelerates beyond comprehension. Number 6. Wuhan RoboTaxi Network. In Wuhan, hailing a ride doesn't involve a driver anymore. Dozens of robotaxis now roam the city, controlled entirely by AI and monitored remotely via 5G networks. These fully electric, fully driverless taxis are built from scratch to be autonomous, featuring Level 4 navigation systems, pedestrian interaction AI, and redundant safety controls. They respond to voice commands, open doors automatically, and select the best route based on real-time traffic and weather analytics. Inside, you're greeted by interactive touchscreens, LED ambience, and biometric seat configuration that adjusts to your body. Children's safety seats deploy automatically. Elderly passengers receive voice guidance and travel summaries. Each vehicle has a real-time connection to a citywide control center that can take over in case of emergencies. Rides are cheaper, safer, and more reliable than any human fleet. This isn't Uber. This is urban automation at scale. China didn't just dream of driverless cars. They put them on the street, and people are lining up to ride. Number 5. Kanguro Smart Personal Vehicle. Cute, weird, and weirdly brilliant, Kanguro is a personal mobility robot that walks beside you, carries your groceries, and transforms into a rideable electric trike when needed. Designed by the Future Robotics Lab, it's part AI assistant, part transport unit. It uses facial recognition to identify its owner, voice commands to follow directions, and LiDAR to avoid obstacles while trailing you through malls, sidewalks, and campuses. When you're tired of walking, it shifts forms and expands into a small seated vehicle with a 10 km/h cruising speed and smooth electric acceleration. It features smart temperature control, cup holders, and even a mini umbrella. The Kanguro charges via USB-C and fits in a standard closet. In major Chinese universities, they're already being used by students to haul books, carry lunch, and roll across campus with style. What sounds like a gimmick is becoming the foundation for urban companionship mobility. You don't own a Kanguro, you hang out with one. Number 4. Yangwang U8 Floating SUV. It spins like a tank, it floats during floods, and it can hit 0 to 100 in 3.6 seconds. The Yangwang U8 from BYD is not just an SUV, It's a technological apex predator. Designed for both luxury and survival, it features 4 independently powered wheels that allow full 360-degree rotation. It can drive sideways, it can pivot in place, and if trapped in a flash flood, it activates amphibious mode, floating and steering through water like a boat. Powered by 4 electric motors, it pushes over 1,200 horsepower and includes military-grade sealing technology inside its pure decadence. Diamond-stitched leather, OLED panels, massage seats, and quantum audio. But make no mistake, this SUV is a war machine in disguise, ready to dominate any terrain. Whether you're crossing deserts or flooded cities, the U8 turns obstacles into playgrounds. Number 3. EHang 216S Autonomous Air Taxi. The EHang 216S looks like a passenger drone from a sci-fi film, and that's exactly what it is. A 2-seat autonomous aerial vehicle, the 216S is already licensed to operate in urban test zones across multiple cities. With 16 electric rotors and vertical takeoff ability, it lifts passengers into the air and cruises at 130 kilometers per hour for up to 30 kilometers. It requires no pilot, just a destination tapped on a touchscreen. Emergency redundancies, obstacle detection, and real-time AI navigation ensure safety. The cockpit is sleek, window-wrapped, and eerily quiet in flight. It's being used for both air taxis and emergency delivery missions. China didn't build flying cars, they built flying taxis, and they're already taking off. Number 2, Shenzhen electric bus fleet. And over 16,000 electric buses, over 20,000 electric taxis. One city, Shenzhen. China's 3rd largest metropolis now runs the world's largest zero-emission public transit system. Quiet, clean, and monitored in real time by AI fleet trackers, the city's buses recharge at night and operate seamlessly during the day. Pollution levels have plummeted, noise complaints have dropped, efficiency is through the roof. Shenzhen isn't experimenting, it's finished the job. Its electric grid was upgraded to handle mass charging, and traffic sensors automatically reroute buses for max efficiency. This is how cities become sustainable, not by talking, but by transforming. Number 1, elevated monorail systems. In cities like Wuhan and Chongqing, the sky is no longer just for birds. Elevated monorails now sweep across skylines like steel serpents, carrying tens of thousands daily in sleek, silent pods. Built above ground to reduce congestion, these monorails run on smart grids, use AI-based scheduling, and require a fraction of the energy traditional subways consume. Construction takes months, not years, and the visual footprint is minimal. These trains run above traffic, above delays, and above chaos. While others dig tunnels, China rose above the problem. These are not just trains, they're the backbone of a city that dreams vertically. These machines aren't just cars, they're declarations of innovation, of ambition, and of total dominance in the future of transportation. And if you ever see one of these in real life, don't blink. You might miss the moment the future passes you by.